The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Over 25 years ago, on September 29th, 1998, we watched a brainy girl with curly hair drop everything to follow a guy she only kind of knew all the way to college. And so began Felicity. My name is Juliette Littman, and I'm a Felicity superfan. Join me, Amanda Foreman, who you may know better as Megan, the roommate, and Greg Grunberg, who you may also know as Sean Blunberg, as the three of us revisit our favorite moments from the show and talk to the people who helped shape it. Listen to Dear Felicity on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh my God.
Welcome along to the Real Code.
Fishing show. The Real
Wow.
Cod.
The real God.
The Real with two E's.
Oh my
God.
Put me in waiters.
Copyright. Kia ora, welcome along to The Real Pod. My name is Jane Yee. I sang it again, sorry.
I love it.
I really love it.
It's when
an
you stop singing
exuberance.
that's the problem.
Okay, it's just because I've been doing so much singing lately. Anyway,
Oh, I see what she did there.
who is it? Who is it? Who is it underneath the mask? Okay, anyway.
I do think I sang it wrong last time.
I
and
think you
that's
said
on me.
beneath the mask.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, my name is Jane Yee.
That's so bad.
Joining me on the oval table of fun and delight is Alex Casey.
Hello.
And Duncan Grieve, always supportive. Thanks, Duncan.
I am.
What year is
Just behind the scenes.
Okay. This is your reality TV and real life in New Zealand podcast, and we have got plenty to get through, but not before I do some cross promotion of other podcast products from the Spin-off Podcast Network. Is that professional?
Love it.
First of all, there's Remember When, which is our lovely little, you don't like the word nostalgia, I don't know how else to frame it.
I actually got in trouble from Lucy B of Shit You Should Care About fame, who said nostalgia's fine and I need to get over it.
Can we say it then? It's like, it's basically...
What's your problem with nostalgia?
Well, I growing up, I always had a real problem with it because I thought it was this thing that boomers used to kind of venerate their youths at the expense of the ones that were happening to us then. It was all kind of theory-based. It was like the hippies were all very like, you know, we just solved bloody civil rights and gender equality and then we just like had a fat dude. And I was just like, we're having fun too. And then I got hung up on it and now, but maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine.
But what if you're just talking about like good morning and that used to be a thing?
That needs a different word.
Does it need reminiscence?
That's
Or recollection or sentimentality?
olden times.
Thesaurus.com. Okay, anyway, Remember When is our reminiscence podcast.
Oh, no.
It's a lovely little listen, and this week there is an episode on nu metal, and there's also one on church camps.
Oh,
It's going to be dropping. It's exciting.
Whoa.
that must have been really bad.
Maybe it was Michelangelo. Not sure.
Michelangelo.
Epic lineup. It's
Such
true.
just huge line, and also Hayden Donnell. If you know who Hayden Donnell is, he did Get It to Papa, and he is doing church camps. It's a good listen. Anyway,
Love that for him.
you can find that on your pod thingy. Also, When the Facts Change, it's got a big budget special happening this week.
But it's really big budget.
I don't want to assume that people who watch reality TV aren't also interested in the intersection between politics and journalism and economics.
Guilty.
So do join Bernard and Friends for that one. Maybe we should call it Bernard and Friends.
That'd be so cute.
And also right here in the Real Pod feed, Drag Race Down Under the Covers, our podcast that's recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. And that's Chris and Eli, funny guys, along with a drag queen every week. And then they talk to the eliminated contestants. Very good. It's doing very, very well.
Really good. I listen to it and I love it and I'm laughing and I'm also seething.
Okay, yeah,
Because it's so good.
Because this is what a podcast sounds like.
Don't do it in our
That's
feed.
random.
You
What's your
know?
bloody idea to put it in our feed, Duncan?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, we'll just
I
take the sheen.
thought that they would like come in, understand the way that we went about things and respect it instead of being all like
Proper.
proper.
Yeah. Being funny.
Interviews.
Proper funny.
Well, we're interviewing each other.
This is an ongoing interview series.
Very long. That's
God.
commitment. That's long form.
This is like 7-Up.
This was supposed to be like a 30-second cross-promo
7 Up,
section.
That's a cool reference.
That's a real cool reference.
Do you remember Fido Dido?
No.
Oh.
I know Dido.
I do.
Yeah,
I remember
wasn't
Fido
Fido
Dido.
Dido to do some 7-Up? Anyway.
Yeah, but she's talking about the longitudinal bloody BBC show
You know-
from
Oh,
the olden
yeah,
times.
yeah, It's like-
I thought you were talking about the lovely
21
ice cold
up.
fizz.
That was good fizz, though. Hey, we're going to start the pod, or
Okay, yeah, subscribe to all of them, review, rate, all that. If you want to join the Real Pod Corner, it's going off at the moment. Facebook.com/groups/Real Pod Corner. Now it's time for the real news. Okay, Jack and Lexie
what?
are all over each other's Instagrams, but in like subtle, not so subtle ways. So some cornies have been doing some sleuthing. There's like a shot of them having, we know it's them. There's a coffee, like a flat lay of a coffee, but then it's a ring. You can see a man's hand with a very Jack style ring on it.
What's a Jack style ring?
Chunky silver ring.
Yep.
And then there's also like a breakfast, a shot of some yummy breakfast and a defocused person in the background wearing a black hoodie with tiny white writing. And then someone found a photo of Jack wearing a black hoodie with tiny white writing on it.
Why are they being coy?
I think they're doing it on purpose.
They're torturing us.
They are. They're listening.
They're listening.
So basically, in my opinion, they are confirmed.
They're married
Couple.
because of the chunky ring.
That's what I've got, Ashley. You got any real news?
I have 2 great pieces of real news out of The Apprentice, Aotearoa, and these are 2 fantastic headlines. First one, Mike McRoberts designed his own home on Microsoft Word.
I read that whole piece. That's actually a bloody funny piece. Is that the headline?
Yeah,
God, that's good.
it's good, eh?
Who-
Really,
who-
I have
who-
not read it. It's a Britman on stuff.
Man, she's good.
Classic.
She's
and
actually
then-
leaving stuff.
Is she?
Going to edit the Herald's newsletter.
I guess
That's
it's
big.
not the
Some
fault.
big.
It's not
This
the
is some big
fault.
media
It's not
goss.
bloody tell him, mate. Spy, no TVNZ party, so Apprentice contestants throw their own. And you've got kind of all your friends there, and they've printed out money with, their faces on it.
Hey, TVNZ, sort it out. Throw a party for your lovely
Of
Apprentice
all the
people.
things I guess they must have blew it all on pop stars. Because they had a huge pop stars there.
Maybe they blew it all on popcorn, but we'll get to that.
Oh, well, I would have loved to have gone to that party. We used to get invited to parties.
But this is an unofficial party.
Yeah.
This is not, Well, Cassie probably.
No. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that too. Okay. Let's step over to Colin's Cranny.
Colin's Cranny. Colin's Cranny. Colin's Cranny. Cranny.
Colin's Cranny.
Happy birthday, Colin.
Whoa.
Colin turned 49 last week. 339 people posted on his timeline to wish him a happy birthday.
Who counted that?
It just said on Facebook. It was like 339 friends have posted on
That's
Colin's.
a lot.
Yeah. I just want to quickly check and see how many posted on my timeline for my birthday. 17. Yeah, 17 friends. So close. Similar. What have you got there, Casey?
I've got Colin's take on The Masked Singer.
Oh.
Well, basically that he's not on it. He wants to make that clear. If he was to be on it, he says he would be Barney the dinosaur or
not
a
how it
steak
works.
and cheese muzzer pie.
Oh, yum.
I don't think you get to choose.
Or Humpty Dumpty.
What?
At least Humpty Dumpty is public domain at this point. The other
True.
two, copyright. No,
Yeah,
no
you'd
way.
have a hard time wrestling that off.
I can
mother.
imagine them trying to talk around. He'd be all on board right to the bit when they go, and then you have to take your mask off. And he'd be like, hang on, how am I going to look with mask here? No, thank you. No. He put up a little life collage of pictures of himself over the many years. Not the many, 49's very young. And here's the caption. Here's a little life collage. Mum Rosalie and Dad Clifford are featured in the bottom right corner. Strange she didn't go for Clifford the big red dog as a mask option. Anyway, they gifted me a kind heart, a sharp wit, an adventurous curiosity, eyes like a storm front, fantastic muscular legs, massive hair and high cheekbones. 49 feels so good because my life has gifted me the best friendships. I'd just like to point out that I am a Facebook friend of Colin's. You are as well. Yeah, so he's talking we're included in that. I think,
Wow.
in a
Are we
sort-
on in that life
roundabout way.
collage that you're mentioning? All the
When-
good times we've had together?
We're not. No one is in that life collage except for
okay.
Colin and,
Cliff inside.
and his parents are in there.
He uses Eyes Like a Storm Front on the rig,
lot.
right? It's good.
His Twitter bio was "Eyes like a storm front as I wield the truth like a weapon."
Whoa.
It's amazing.
He is, and also there's this little series of photos. He does post a lot of photos from previous TV shows, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like he's talking about something that's current because his hair is like that at the moment, and he's got he's in a swanny, and he says a whirlwind surprise guest appearance on the finale of a TV show as a bearded Southern man in a swan drive. It's the absolute favourite look on location, and that was in Queenstown, and there's some girls being shot wearing cocktail dresses. What is it? Is it something?
What is that?
One Lane Bridge?
No. What?
Oh, yeah, it's reality.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
It's reality. Finale of a
what?
TV show.
Apprentice?
I don't know. I do not know.
Bake? No, it wouldn't be bake, would it?
They would never leave that house.
Anyway, well, but also maybe from like 2005. Hard to say. You know.
Well,
Hard to say.
he has been in Queenstown very
Oh,
recently.
okay. So
I've
it's
got
definitely something.
some-
How did this pass us by? Is there
got some
something in
photographs.
production that we don't know about?
This
Put
photo of
them on the
Colin
pod.
in a.
It's like we're just waiting for Alex's phone to load. Oh yes.
Sometimes I just get photos.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they come to me.
It's- Oh wow, yeah. No, here this is current. This
And
is
then
definitely
sort
current.
of like this one, just vaguely in bed.
Why
Sort of-
is
not
why
vaguely
is
in
Colin
bed.
sending you photos of himself?
It's fine. It's just friendly.
Okay. It hasn't happened for a while, but here we are, stepping into Max Key Corner.
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner. I know. I know. I'll never forget you.
Subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
Still a massive tune, by the way. Huge. A Corny spotted Max Key alive and well. Spotted him tonight at a local golf club, that scans, near my parents' house, despite wearing a salmon polo and pants that were way too tight for him. He seemed to be a boring normie like the rest of us. Simply not true. Simply not true. Apologies, I didn't get photographic evidence. You'll just have to trust me on this one.
I don't know if I trust them. Because there's nothing about that you couldn't have just imagined.
Yeah, yeah. But, yeah.
And I don't know if he's still in salmon pink polos.
Okay, so the jury's out. That's what you're saying.
Golf club.
Yeah. Play, golf. We know he plays golf. He did it with Barack Obama.
Is that a normie thing?
No, that's not. That's most definitely not. Okay. Also, before we get into reality check, we're going to eat some popcorn for the real review.
This is great.
5 out of 5 from me.
The nicest thing that's ever happened.
And that's the real review. Aren't we, Duncan? We're going to eat some
Well,
popcorn.
I'm just lodging a protest vote, but I'm powerless to stop you. Can we explain the backstory of the corn?
Okay, so the corn is well, you guys, I was in a meeting.
You were in a meeting.
And I saw there was a big kerfuffle happening out in the office through the glass doors of the meeting room. And a fella walked in, and in his hands he was holding the unmistakable packaging featured on the Apprentice Aotearoa episode 1, a packet of Top Pop and also a packet of Kia corn.
corn popcorn.
It was so magical. Like, I mean, every time we get something for the Real Pod Museum, it's like a big deal. This one, I mean, we had requested it, so I guess I should have been aware that it could happen.
But we requested it on pod, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because who's listening to this thing?
I really worry about them. It was amazing. Just handed them to us. Didn't want to chat. Which
No, it was
fair enough.
like really ready to leave.
But which fair, again.
We were just blabbing.
Who was the
blabbing.
mystery person?
It was the producer of the show.
That is-
Jonathan.
There's mental.
Yeah. Top tier.
Wow.
Top pop.
And my favorite
Premium.
reality show. The best thing is like just be able to look at them. You really can see
Where
just
it went wrong.
how fundamentally just bad the
Much
lads'
bigger
effort
than I
was.
thought.
Yeah.
I thought these were wee sort of lunchbox bags.
Okay,
they're huge.
The lads one is not got a lot of colour going on there. Interestingly,
Premium.
neither of them mention What flavour the popcorn is?
Not necessary.
The care corn is pleasure
Yeah.
flavoured. So,
I can't wait to dig into this vegan top pop popcorn. No
And
point.
Kia corn, we've got the discovering pleasure in every moment. You've got the typo on yours.
Yes, naturally
with 1L.
made. Yeah.
So are these the only versions of these
no,
that exist?
there's no way.
no, but I think he said that they were the last ones left or something.
Well, we just got what we're going to do because we want to keep them for the museum, but we are powerless to stop ourselves from trying them at least. And Duncan is a big believer in democracy, so he's been outvoted 2-1. He doesn't want us to open it. We have to try.
You have to try and taste the honey and the what's this?
Pancakes.
Pancake.
We're going to make
I
it.
feel like we should have like
surgery.
a product taxidermist doing this. and
Keyhole
not just
surgery,
us.
and we need to get
It's the
Jane.
Oh my
tiniest-
God, Jane!
It's the
Don't go all the way through.
I'm not going all the way.
Okay.
It's the tiniest
God.
slit.
Keyhole surgery, and then we'll get the popcorn out, and then I think we should refill it with packing peanuts.
Well, we'll just have one piece each. I don't need to refill
But then
it.
what if we get ants?
Okay, I want you to.
Don't, just do it.
I can't. There's no way I can get out of that hole. I need to make it bigger.
Tina, chuck us your tiny knife.
Oh my
A
god.
knife in your bag?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay, he's in. Oh, he's the first one to pull out a piece. I have to say after all
no.
that protestation. I'm going for honey. It looks rank AF.
May I have some honey, please?
Where's yours?
At the top.
That one's worse, to be honest.
I can't taste the honey.
I can't taste.
I can't taste the
anything.
honey at all.
I can't taste anything.
Okay, I'm
So to be
starting
clear,
with the
we're
care
eating.
corn.
Duncan started with key corn.
Oh, that's soft. I feel like when fresh. Delish.
Hey, did the buyers actually taste this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had little.
Their little bowls.
This is just cacao.
Yeah, it's just this light
Wall-to-wall
dusting of
cacao.
cacao. There's no
Well,
honey.
just enough honey to make it not vegan.
Weirdly, pancake flavour tastes more like honey.
Shake it, pop it. We didn't shake it, pop it, or
God,
send
we-
it high. Very plain. I
Oh.
can't really taste much pancake.
I would not buy either of those again. No
This to me
offence.
reminds me a little bit of like your school disco with your icing sugar.
Yes.
sort
And
of
not
scenario.
even a very generous helping.
I'm
of
feeling
icing
so
sugar.
bad.
How many units?
Just those two. that are already-
25,000 units. And how much? Whatever it takes
Any
to
price.
secure.
$8 a bag?
At $8 a bag, I'm buying exactly 0 of those. I give it like 1 out of 5. Both of
Well,
them?
I just don't think it's fair to judge.
Okay.
By the way, I bought some milk on Monday morning, and it had some like floaty, icy chunks. And I was like, okay, well, it must have been a cold fridge, fine. Later that day, Nikki tells me that the expiry on it was August 2020.
Whoa! You think they'd frozen it?
Well, I mean, that's the only possible explanation. I'm still drinking it, but
You're
I
loving
feel
it.
like you should. Well, not loving it. I'm tolerating it. I'm quite perturbed, but
Is this normal like cow milk?
it's that budget fresh dairy brand,
Right.
But not frozen by you.
No,
Frozen by...
frozen by my local.
powers that be.
Can I just say, absolute noob move to not check the date before you purchase milk.
Yeah, no, that's true, but yeah, I mean, but still, August 2020.
I mean, that's bold. I'm all for it.
I kind of, if it was like 2 weeks expired, I'd be like, damn you. But
Can you imagine
Like-
when you walked up there with that and put it on the counter and they were like, surely not put through the transaction. And then you walked out and they would have been like, Liz, we got one. We finally sold it. We're trying to get rid of that bottle for like 7 months.
Since the second lockdown, I reckon that's when it got froze.
Ah,
So you're still working through it? No problems, no health problems?
sometimes okay.
Oh, just the usual.
Okay. Okay. All right. And that's the real review.
I have 4 weeks to decide if I'm going to drop my entire life in.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
It's fine. I don't even know.
Reality check.
Okay, reality check time. You ready to dig in to the Apprentice Aotearoa?
Yes.
We just ate some delicious popcorn, and now we're ready to enrobe ourselves in lovely luxury
The divine masculine.
Divine Masculine and Empress Robes. This was a great episode. 2 from 2, guys.
From 2, the perfect show.
Oh.
We start at Britomart Precinct, where the contestants are told they are going to be creating a new range of stylish summer robes. Seems fine. Seems great. Seems like an easy task, right?
Seems that it could possibly go wrong. They'll definitely not be too short.
It's amazing to me that the very short, fits almost no one robes still won.
It really says a lot about just how poorly conceived and executed Divine Man #mental health awareness.
The brand story.
It's such an extraordinary brand story. We should
Just
take that away.
to be clear, we're not laughing about men's mental health. We're laughing about the fact that the brand story at no point was connected to the product, like at all.
No, but if you say it around like a fresh robe enough, it kind of is imbued with caring about mental health.
I actually think there is a way to connect the two.
Yeah,
Talk
but
about, like,
you have stuff to do it.
Self-care, like relaxing on a Sunday instead of worrying about work, like that kind of thing.
But then, what do you? I mean, surely there has to be like a 10% of proceeds, or some
It's
sort
just the
of
conversation.
like website that you do with a QR code, something. It can't just be. I mean, unless we all missed it. Like there was nothing beyond that, right?
I don't think so.
A really, oh man.
And at 240.
We've gone too far. We've gone way too
Can
far.
we just discuss the concept of a summer robe, full stop?
Yes.
Where do you both stand?
I have a summer robe.
I have a transseasonal robe.
How?
I
Is
was-
it like zip off cargo?
You can zip off the long arms.
No, it's just sort of an in-between weight.
All right.
Okay.
It's one of my favourite pieces of clothing. I got it at the St. Moritz in Queenstown, speaking of Colin. And it's fucking stylish. It's out there. I get compliments on it.
Why do you ask?
No, I just, at first I was sort of like, kind of crazy concept, and I was like, actually, I have a summer robe. It's just I've never really thought of it as a summer robe.
Yeah, no, mine's short and it's sort of like the sleeves don't go all the way to the wrist. They're kind of just below the elbow.
Are you sure it's not a child's robe?
No, it's definitely, in fact, it's from Pippinell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that the place?
That's
Yeah.
the place.
Tally.
Oh, and they're having a 20% off robe sale at the moment, by
Are
the way.
they?
Yeah, I got the email today.
Whoa.
I thought,
Discount code Jane.
get myself a divine man for a bargain.
But men wear them. You wear them.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in England, and
What does that mean?
well, I
Is
feel
that
like
just an
in England,
opportunity?
Saying things.
it's mainly sort of older gentlemen walking around in the sort of striped pajamas, wearing robes.
Outdoors.
Yeah, and voting Brexit. Like,
Okay.
I haven't been back in a while, but I assume that's what it's like.
The thing with the robe market being skewed 80% women and the guys going, let's get them, they never once mentioned like the gap in the market. Like there's a gap in the market. The only reason it's skewed women is no one's making them for men. They kind of just were like, we're men, therefore we should make them for ourselves. That was their way of thinking.
They did say it was a niche, didn't they?
Yeah, they did say something.
But they didn't
about
say it
that.
was a gap.
No.
They
You know
said
what I
there's a niche, and then someone said, but there is no market in the niche.
Yeah.
And I was
Right.
just getting very confused.
Or maybe I just don't
It's
know
chicken
business
egg
like these
situation.
guys.
It is.
I don't know.
It is. Should be in
Ask
private.
Bernard next time he's in about the robe niche.
I mean, that's ripe for the budget special this week. Okay, Team Tahi, a.k.a. the ladies, they have a self-appointed leader, Nicola, because she does swimwear or something, so she loves
She's got her bikini on Kardashians.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You pay the right amount of money and you can get anything on them. We could probably get them to talk about the real pod if we... Oh my God, we should get them to talk about the real pod.
I feel like we should
Was it like
do that.
$500,000?
But can you put a price on... Yeah, no, you can. That's, yeah.
Absolutely you can.
I was just figuring that one out.
And I tell you who can help you with that, and that's Erna, because she's the numbers lady.
Wow, that is a really good name for a numbers lady.
It's really important. Oh my God, it so is. She's our main earner. Holy shit. She just didn't have an option, did she? But to go into numbers.
Damn, that's good.
Okay. the target market, always really important to define it so that you're not just taking Duncan's scattergun approach, is mass market. That's it for everybody. That was their target market. Yeah.
Just the one size.
Divine men.
No, this is Team Tahi. Divine men have a very specific market. People who don't buy robes.
Getting ahead, but when they asked how many of you own when the Easy Buy lady asked how many of you own a summer robe, and it was just that beautiful cut of them just looking really sad and freaked out.
At that point, you lie.
Yeah.
You either say, you either lie and you'll put your hand up.
It's the first time I've ever not worn a summer robe.
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
you say.
Or you say, I'd love one, but there's just not something out there for me.
Yeah, that's clever.
You need a brand like the Divine Masculine
Yeah.
to start a conversation.
Anyway, so the ladies go to the workroom. Nicola is just like charges past, doesn't say hello at all to the design expert.
Bad move.
Bad move. In fact, gets her to move along. First thing she says to her is something like, can you shove out the way?
Can you go out of the way so we can see everything?
And she makes the executive decision that they should be short. Now, let's be clear. There's short, there's medium, and there's long. So in no world would a summer robe be long unless you're going for a kimono style, right?
Right.
Medium is perfect. Medium hits just above the knee on a, perhaps on a shorter lady. Mm-hmm. Mid-thigh on a Una.
Yeah.
Short hits just below the bum on a short lady and somewhere mid-bum on a tall person.
I think it might be like top
it's
of
above
bum.
It's just a shirt.
So short, but
It's a
barely
wraparound
shirt.
shirt.
It's almost like a midriff top. Like that's just a tiny robe.
I think the expert did try to warn them that once you tie it, it hikes up even a little more. But Nicola, no, she didn't care.
It fits me. Fits me.
Fits me. And they went for the Empress brand name because, I don't know, they like the Roman vibes. And they love the hourglass logo because it hits all shapes, which, does it not just hit hourglass shape? Did they not know about pear and apple and
avocado,
square?
All those ruler.
And long torso, very, very short legs.
Yeah.
Short legs even for short height, like me.
I feel like both these brands sort of reveal different kind of shams. One of them being like these all-inclusive body positivity brands which do almost no work to include anyone. Mm-hmm. And the other one is the awareness thing, like the starting a conversation thing. Just you're like, oh, neither of these mean anything to you.
But it's amazing how brazen, because if you're on a show where you're sort of in the weeds of explaining the thing, then you'd have to at least kind of have some answer to that, right? An answer like, this is why it's body positive. This is why it helps raise awareness for men's mental health. But you're right. It just like shows just what an absolute scam it is. But they're also just like how no one involved thought that there was anything scammy about just we'll just say that this is the thing.
Yeah.
Because that's all the work that needs to be done. It's finished. It's sorted.
It's mental health,
And then Justin Tomlinson, who I actually liked a lot more in this episode, but just like, bravo. Bravo. Like, you have crushed it by just saying the words. You've healed the world.
So other things that Nicola said that were fun was she said that she's got a natural talent for fashion. I don't even know how I know. I just know, which is great. And also when the robes turned out a bit shorter than expected, and then she got Erna to try one on to see if it would work on a tall person. And she's like, now remember, this is a size 10, and you'd be getting what, like a 14?
Just trailed off.
Oh, man.
It was so bad. And she knew that she was fucked, but she wouldn't admit it. And so her solution was to use like the tiniest, shortest person as the model in the presentation to the buyers.
Well, that's the best solve when you're fucked.
It is a best solve, but it looked like a child.
Yeah.
Should have just used a child.
Or just said that it was a child's robe.
Yeah, just pivot. Like that's genius
It's
business.
a $180 child's robe that they might get one summer out of.
I liked in the pitch meeting when they're saying it's for like a busy lady. You know,
yeah.
she's got all these jobs and
Paula.
she's got so
Oh my
much to
God.
do.
It's Paula, by the way.
Is it Paula the
Paula's the name.
hypothetical? And when a woman wearing this robe, someone asked, she just said, when they're being busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just wearing the robe when I'm being busy.
Tiny robe. Who was that talked about having to wear another robe with the robe? Like, it's just
Can I just
amazing.
say, here's Paula's day according to the pitch. School drop-off and pick-up, cleaning, making dinner, meeting friends for coffee, probably. Certainly not working. It's just crazy. And that was the only example they gave, was just a stereotypical, old-school 1950s mom.
And then overnight in prison for exposing yourself due to very short robe in public.
Oh, good. That's good, Alex.
I like how they
That's
also,
really
she
good.
tried to like get defensive with Easy Buy. And she's like, well, Easy Buy could do with something a little sexier.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
like that.
I know.
Poor old frumpy Easy Buy.
Insult the brand. What? True,
insult
though.
the brand.
True, though.
It is actually
Well,
not
you
true.
know my greatest secret. My favourite togs. I've got 2 pairs of them. Easy Buy maternity togs.
Are they ruched? Yeah.
They are ruched to the heavens.
I got ruched togs after I had children, and I had them for years and years. And then when Mum came to visit us in Los Angeles, United States of America, where we resided for some time, about 8 months, we went to Disneyland, stayed at a hotel that had a pool. None of that matters. The point is, Mum had the exact same fucking togs, and she's in her 70s.
Mum.
I've got a photo of my mother and I both wearing the same togs, and then I went home and bought some other togs that were not
Perfect.
black ruched ones.
Mine are...
Of course they are. Love it.
This was a great segment.
Oh, shit.
Okay, then they visited Pepinel, which is like a luxury sleepwear brand. Perfect. Go from Easy Buy to luxury sleepwear.
Try and sell the same thing to both.
Try and sell the same thing. This suits millennials, by the way, the ones who are happy to show their bottoms. That's how you're a millennial.
Yeah, I don't want to show that.
Okay, here we go. Just to be clear, it's a focus group of one. However, most of the customer base would prefer something longer, according to Pepinel. But they thought the $180 RRP was fine.
$180.
Can I just point out something that I discovered in my important research? Mm-hmm. Easy Buy's most expensive robe is $79.
No,
What?
I did important research as well this morning.
Yeah.
I wrote a review of The Apprentice, and it's $130.
What? On Easy Buy?
Yeah.
Men's or women's?
Well, there are no men's robes. There is no. If you
Okay.
search robes on Easy Buy, the categories are men's, kids, and lifestyle, or something like that. Sorry, women's,
Kids
kids,
and-
lifestyle.
Seems sexist to me.
I think it just seems like the product market fit.
Do they
problem.
not sell menswear Easy Buy?
No, they do, but just not
Robes.
robage.
Okay.
I feel like men don't respect pajamas.
I don't.
Or women. Women. Or, yeah.
No, let's
like the
discuss
whole
that.
loungewear, sleepwear realm. Like it's a chicken egg situation, right? But I feel like men don't care about it as much.
Do men wear pajamas?
Not to my knowledge.
Not many of the men I've ever seen at night time.
Oh my God, what a roast tog of a sentence.
Of which there have been just a very small number. Have been wearing pajamas to bed.
Okay, so I've never seen pajama in the flesh. I've
seen a
never
man's
seen
pajama.
your striped pajama. You know, that to me, I'd love to see it.
Fuck, this is funny.
Okay.
I end up wearing every pajama that my partner Joe has ever been bought or been given. It ends up,
On
I
you.
wear it.
So if you want a nice pair of PJs, buy them for Joe.
Well, exactly.
Okay.
People in his family have made that mistake, and now I'm
You're the
laughing.
benefactor.
Laughing in giant men's pajamas.
I feel like I can see that as the cover of your autobiography.
Speaking of men in pajamas, let's get to the men in their pajamas. Team Mana, greatest quote of the week by far, Bari saying, I've
could sell
sold water
water
to
to
desert
desert
people. I mean, there's quite a lot going on there, but most fundamentally, he's actually just fucked up the saying,
Perfect.
right?
I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
mean-
just a thing that he... Does he say I've sold or I could sell?
I've sold water to desert people.
I sell, yeah.
Well, so
He's
we'll-
so maybe it's just something that
Maybe
he's
he was
done.
just ahead of water
It wasn't
card.
a brag. It was just like, here's my CV.
Here's something.
I just don't think it's probably that hard to sell water to people in the desert. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I hate to disrespect Barry, but I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah. But he led the team with some sort of confidence to some sort of not whatever the opposite of victory is.
Can I say something? Perhaps controversial here. Controversy corner. I loved the print robe, and I would wear it. I'd probably buy it.
You're not
if
the
it was
only
on
one.
sale.
You're not the only one. I've heard someone else like the print robe. What did you think of the print robe?
I didn't like the
I
print robe
hated
very
it.
much.
Really?
No. I also was a bit worried about the double layer situation.
Because you know that when you get two layers, the air that gets trapped in between creates an insulation of sorts, which is how double glazing works, right?
Hot pocket.
So you're wearing that in
science
summer,
pod
and what you're
all of a
actually
sudden.
doing is making
You're
yourself
cooking
hot.
yourself.
You're cooking yourself.
Yeah, you're cooking
Literally
yourself.
just cooking yourself to a crisp.
I liked it, and I got a little bit angry when Easy Buy said it was bad.
Hold on. Are you trying to get the robe?
No,
Is this what's happening?
Oh my
Because-
god! As if I would ever.
We know now what happens when we say we want things. They arrive.
That's just crazy.
I would like
never stoop.
I would like an Empress robe for us all to try on, varying heights,
yeah.
to have a real life experience in the room.
I've got a real. That's just a funny expression. I've got a real long torso. You know, Brody, friend of the pod.
Oh my god!
He's 6'8". When we sit down, we're the same height.
I also have a long torso. My feet are not touching the ground right now.
Wow.
I don't know
Oh
what
my,
I have.
that's
I
crazy.
think you're a
You might
normie.
be normal.
Okay.
How dare you? Body shaming us with your normalcy.
Yeah, anyway, I mean, if they want to give us a robe, that's fine. Happy to have it.
That's not what I was doing.
No,
though.
but
I
I'm
was
just
saying
saying.
I like it.
I know, yes, but if a robe were to come our way, we would certainly try it on.
Put it on.
Yeah, for sure.
With clothes underneath.
Yep. Yep.
Or a modest robe.
I'm not committing either way.
Also, Cassie Roma listens to the pod. She shared this podcast, The Real Pod, on her Instagram.
I love it.
But
I
didn't
love
she
it.
use it to shame me?
Yeah, she did.
What did I say? I'm too scared to listen back.
No, I think it was because we said
We were teasing. 'Cause
teasing.
She teased. She responded to your article about you about a smouldering look or something, and we were like,
And we were like, oh, she's got the hots for Duncan. And then she said, not like that, in a lesbian whisper, I think was how she...
Is that
how
she did? It was very
tagged
funny,
it.
and I feel very owned.
I mean, I think we were kind of owned.
I think we were
You were
kinda
like
owned.
you were a victim.
Innocent Vic. Finally,
Victim.
someone.
I will take that
acknowledged.
out, Tina. Take that bit out where we said he was innocent. Don't. Where are we?
now can we talk about how Stephen is sample size?
Yes, Stephen puts up his hand to be the model because he is sample size.
I'm the exact sample size and proud of it. Did you see their first thing in the morning? Did you see them without their shirts on?
No.
Did you? A lot of tattoo work going on.
Oh no, I
And
didn't.
Quite muscly.
Yeah,
Quite muscly. Michael and Stephen.
Michael, the real estate.
Michael, the
He does look like a lot.
yeah.
Not
Like,
Michael Piero.
do you reckon
Not
he would
Michael
get a gimme
Piero.
that gorilla from Coco? Is he that? Is he in that realm?
I reckon he's there. But no, I just liked the idea of Stephen putting his hand up. Just like another one of his strengths, along with the rapping.
Yes.
He's sample size.
It's great. He's very clever. He's making himself a key player.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't get rid of him. He's sample size.
Yeah.
I'm actually sample size too, by the way.
Well, except for the
So
torso.
you can't get rid of me.
So with the brand name Divine Man, it came out of a chat about divine masculinity and earthy tones, and just that we're all males. Maybe that's our advantage, both in robe design and life in general. And this is the kind of robe you could wear on a Saturday night while you're watching the rugby. Quite military.
It's just amazing, just pile of words.
But the best bit was that while these guys were doing the design, talking on the phone to the guys who were doing the logo or whatever, the guys in the logo room are just like, it's not the logo room, it's the designer's office, whatever, studio, sorry. We're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, mate? Like, that is not what we're doing.
I loved it.
It's just
and they changed on the fly. They were just like, oh, what about this?
Yeah.
This fabric. How much is that?
It's like, let's
what's
go.
cotton?
We want plain colours. We want to keep it nice and simple.
Well, we like that.
The pattern of that robe reminds me of like bargain bin pattern sheet sets at Briscoe's.
Unbelievable. It's totally Gucci. Dior. That's Versace. It is. It just is.
It's just like Versace and Louis Vuitton. We're creating our own brand, says Barry.
That's right. Divine Man.
And we're going to sell it at Easy Buy.
For $224.
They were supposed to get linen, but they got cotton instead. And I have to say, linen very on trend. I just washed my linen duvet and it fucking just creased up a bloody storm.
What are you going to do? Iron?
I ironed
Steam?
the edges. I ironed the edges because it has but I'd rather not have to. I've got another duvet cover that's cotton. Just chuck it on, no problems. Irons itself.
I
basically.
don't get linen. Like, it just looks like a pain in the ass.
I really want to see you on this robe now, by the way.
I look great.
Okay.
I'm instantly imagining, like, not necessarily you, gold chains. Yeah. It feels like a poolside gold chains.
Yes.
Very tan.
Yes.
Maybe that's the Versace. Like, I'm thinking of that kind of person.
The problem is when you're trying to do Versace, Louis Vuitton, and so on, and you're not actually Versace or Louis Vuitton, very rarely comes off like...
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
They should have made it camouflage.
That would have been quite military. Or canvas, like those canvas bags.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not very summer weight.
That's true. But then again, you want a bloody lined robe, so... with piping.
Yeah.
Okay, Papinel, Divine Man, they talked about the connection with men and breaking down the stigma of men's mental health. Don't ask any questions around that, by the way. Just take it as given. $224 is our RRP on that, which is 50% higher than Papinel's average price point. And Papinel is a luxury sleek brand already.
Well, it's not really in that sort of Gucci, Versace
It's
sort of
true.
realm.
It isn't.
Such a bargain.
They should have gone
to.
they bloody just should have gone straight to Gucci. To the
Yeah, they've definitely been there.
Look at our
the
design.
security guard outside.
At Easy Buy, as Duncan mentioned, the room went quiet when they were asked if any of them owned a summer robe. Missed opportunity to say there's a gap in the market. And the Easy Buy lady looked like she was trying not to laugh the entire time.
Yeah.
Was this the one where Michael was like, oh, I'll just wear it myself? Mike, he tried for the second pitch to get out of his suit and put on the robe. Unclear if he was wearing anything underneath it.
Well, and then he admitted as much that
He wasn't.
The gentleman doesn't tell.
But you know
kilt
what?
situation.
At least it covers everything. You know, if he was in an empress robe, my God, it would have been very obvious to everyone whether or not he was wearing something underneath. Then we had the boardroom. So presentations are done. We need to find out how many units each of these companies are going to buy. And Cassie gives feedback to the woman that the robe is too short.
She wouldn't even take the bins out wearing it.
NASA would.
NASA would love it.
It's like I love my new
NASA
full shirt,
would wear.
full suit.
He would wear a Divine Man
He
patterned
would.
robe.
He would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icon.
And then JT feeds back to the men that their brand connection to the mental health story was weak. So both points made by us here in this podcast, by the way. So we are also qualified to judge.
Be on this. Still, how many... Was it like 400 units or something? Like they still sold some, didn't they?
Nine. Well, yeah, they sold 400. They made a 60,000. I love that they sort of seem to believe. I don't know whether it's just me, but I feel like they believe that this is real potential money. Like there's a real chance that these lads get together after the show's finished and just start making these products and just walking into Countdown and Papinel and just being like, got your order. Terrifying.
The woman managed to sell 500 units to Easy Buy, 800 to Papinel at a profit of 156,000. So they won the challenge. I'm very curious as to why Papinel are buying 400 of the ladies' robes and 800 of the ladies' robes and 400 of the men's robes when they don't sell men's robes at all.
Pity.
Hmm?
No, it's Easy Buy who don't sell.
Oh, I
men's
don't
robes
do
at all.
Papinel?
I reckon they do.
Okay. That's good enough. We'll take your word for it. Okay, so the ladies win a prize to get to go and have some beers at Brothers Brewery.
The lads are seething.
Yeah, they love beers.
See, what they don't love is an elimination in Mike Piero's boardroom, or Mike Puru, as Nicola referred to him
I love that.
Barry, its team leader, chooses to take Gabe and Stephen into the elimination. Stephen and Gabe both think that Barry's the weakness, that he overpromised and underdelivered. And Barry is fired.
And how is he fired?
He's
Jane?
fired with a point. Okay, so I really took notice this week on the point and what was off with it. And Duncan, are you ready? This is how the point goes, okay? How would you point if you're firing someone? Bad podcast, but yeah, okay, fair enough. This is how Mike Pero does it. He points out a stabby finger.
As opposed to last week, which was the hinge.
Yeah, I don't know if the last week was the hinge, was it? I don't know. I knew that something was off, and maybe it was.
You're fired.
I think it
whereas now
should be
it's
the
you're fired
uncoil.
straight
I think
ahead.
it's the fact that he's got the jabbing finger out.
Yeah,
There's something so badly wrong with it, but it's really hard to know.
Plastic hand. Plastic hand again.
It was definitely plastic hand.
It's
Like
like
it was a shot. You didn't see a body attached to it when he did the motion.
It's the Masked Singer. You know how they have to shoot the celebrities with a body double.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be talking about the mask singer
I
very
came up
soon.
with a new idea. The masked zinger. Comedians in masks.
Ah.
I hate to say that's quite good.
Copyright.
Alex was punctuating everything with a
You're hired.
a pokey finger point. Okay, we're going to be back soon to talk about the masked singer. In the meantime, listen to this.
Kia ora, Justin Giovanetti here, and I'm the political editor at The Spinoff. This podcast, like so much of the work we do at The Spinoff, is made possible by the support of our members. To find out more about The Spinoff members and how you can help us keep producing quality, independent journalism, visit members.thespinoff.co.nz and do it today.
Welcome back. We're going to talk about the masked singer. Don't eat any more popcorn for crying out loud.
what?
No, we need to keep that for the museum.
No, but we're gonna replace it all with what is it? Packing peanuts.
Taking peanuts. Yum, peanuts. Okay. So, The Masked Singer, Sunday night. I'm going to leave Alien to the end because we found out who Alien was. So, it's weird to talk about Alien and then be like, ooh, who is it? So, we'll leave that to the end. We'll start with Tuatara, who sang Higher Ground. I know who Tuatara is this time.
Okay.
I'm convinced. I remember there was a clue, something about secrets, the song Higher Ground, something about an ark, maybe. Was there a clue about an ark?
Jason.
Yes.
Kearson.
Jason Kearson.
Was that what Mike Puru said when on his big
I think that
guessing
was
game
one
online?
of Puru's
Yeah.
guesses. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm committing to that for the rest of the series. For as long as Tuatara's there, it's Jason Kearson, as far as I'm concerned. One of the clues, about secrets. They've got the Op Shop have a song called Secrets.
Oh.
Good. No,
And they did the
yeah.
I'm going
Op Shop
solo.
song.
What about, I got thrown by the bit where he was talking about, he talks about dancing a bit and scales and getting a perfect 10. And then there was a shot of a paddle, like a Dancing with the Stars paddle, getting a perfect 10.
All right.
And so I was like, Jules Tucker?
Oh my God, imagine.
Oh.
Imagine.
Oh my God.
It's
He
not.
played rugby in high school.
He played rugby in high school.
So he
can
could have been
sing,
the first
because he's
five.
been in Footloose, I think, in
And various
the
musicals.
States. I do believe that it's Jason Kearson as well, but I like Jules Tucker
I love
as a
Jules Tucker.
chaos guess.
It's really funny because when you find out who they are and you go back over the clues, there are actually loads of hints in the clues, like loads of them. You just have to be smart, which I'm not. I'm just
hard.
not.
Yeah.
Guesses that were made by the guessing panel included Jeremy Redmore and William Aotearoa. It's interesting how sometimes they guess people who end up being someone else later on.
I wonder about that. I do. You have to wonder what they know.
I reckon they will turn up on set at the same time and see everyone and go, okay, I have to pretend I didn't see you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So they know the celebrities. They might not know where they are.
I don't know. I feel like maybe. I feel like it's a hokey way that New Zealand would do it.
I want to believe that they are kept in completely padded, windowless rooms until they are released onto the judging panel, and none of the contestants know each other, and it's all done properly.
Oh, bless you. Okay, Jelly. Oh, also this is the week where they're doing 1 truth and 2 false clues, right? Jelly sang What You Waiting For. Something about being injured in a TV competition. Something about leading out the Olympic team.
Medal.
Medal as well?
There's a medal on her. Yeah,
Oh, God.
in the package.
That rules out Barry from...
Guesses from the panel were Rose McIver, JB McDowell, Lydia Coe. The true, false clues were I've got no children, I grew up on an island, and I love horses. Now, as far as I'm aware, Barbara Kendall does have children and she didn't grow up on an island, but I don't know whether or not she loves horses, so I have to presume that she does, and I have to presume that Jelly is Barbara.
That was my
Right?
thought.
Have
I
you
don't
got
get
any-
it.
I can't guess anything.
God.
Like I just
Are
look
you
at
even trying?
I'm watching it all, but I look at them and I'm like, you're a jellyfish. I really can't get past it.
So you don't...
I've just never thought a single name once.
You know how in the
I
American...
find it completely impossible.
You know how in the American one they pull off and Kermit the Frog is a snail, it was in the snail?
yeah.
What if the jellyfish unmasks itself and it's just a jellyfish? And then Duncan would be
Duncan
right.
would be so happy. And confused
I
still,
know it.
probably.
But I thought it was a big jellyfish.
This is like how you can't see Aaron Simpson's hair extensions.
Well, that's... I don't think anyone knows whether that's... So,
My left field guess, I feel Barbara Kendall seems pretty strong as well. She led out the team in the 1996 Olympics.
Yep.
But left field, Matilda Rice.
Did not lead out anyone in the Olympics.
No, but that could be a red herring. Injured her arm. It said, I injured my tentacle on this last reality show. She fell off a horse and broke her
Yeah.
arm, as we remember. She
Perhaps
grew up in
does she
Waiheke,
love
or
her-
at least her dad lives in Waiheke.
Right.
She does have children.
No, but 2 of them are
She
a
loves
lie.
horses.
2 of them are a lie and 1 of them's correct. They're not
I
3
find
proper
that
clues.
confusing.
That's
I
so
know.
confusing.
The best. This is designed to fuck with your brain. It's actually genius how they've done this.
same with the costumes, like...
Covering them up makes it really hard to tell who
really
they
hard.
are. Okay, Possum saying I love rock and roll. Possum is nocturnal. The whole time she's singing, she's holding her mask on her head, which is great. Something about rap.
Got a bad rap in New Zealand. Something about her heart nearly gave out last week.
Yeah.
Which I thought was strange.
Guesses were Lily McManus, Hilary Berry, Asia Rock. They were also talking about Bachelorette, a lot of Bachelorette stuff. And then the true false clues were I'm from a famous family. I'm part in my spare time. I'm a real estate agent. Seems a weird spare time hobby. And I'm a famous Bachelorette. Now, only one of those is true. Let's not forget.
Yeah, but I don't. I like to think they're all true.
For some reason, I guessed Gin Wigmore on this.
Wow.
Okay, it doesn't sound like Gin Wigmore singing, and it would be like a major flex for her to reveal that her singing voice is affected. I don't know if it is or not. I'm not saying that it is, but if Possum is Gin Wigmore, then Gin is faking it with the rest of her singing. But she's from a famous family because her sister was on Shortland Street. It said something about The Kill, and she's got a song called In the Kill of the Night. Loves Elvis Presley. Gin loves Elvis Presley.
Wow.
That's as far as I got.
As far as you got.
It's Gin Wigmore fake it, like doing her real singing voice, and she's unmasking her real singing voice.
She did sing in that song. That was sort of like a rappy song, wasn't it?
She ran
yeah,
the Smash Brothers.
Brothers.
Smash Proof.
Smash Proof.
Not Smash Mouth.
I have two
Also a great
guesses.
band though.
I picked up, they said Rose McIver for someone else. I picked up Rose McIver for this one.
Is she definitely in New Zealand?
I have no idea. No
When
real
they
way
come
of
up with a
finding out.
really random guess that you feel like could be possible, I'm like, they're seeding the idea of that person but that person's in another costume.
Yeah, for somewhere else. I don't really have much evidence per se, apart from that she was in the Heartlines video for Broods, and she said, my heart nearly gave out. That's about it. My other big guess, I think, is Erin Simpson. Famous family, The Simpsons.
Oh, yes.
Bachelorette, she goes out with Zach
Yes.
Franich.
Oh, my God.
Was married to Zach Franich.
We know.
So she's a famous Bachelorette.
We know
in a
she can
way.
sing because she sang the theme tune to her very own show.
It's very own show. Does she rap? That's what I'm not sure about. But it's definitely someone who like moves around like crazy and is like a big performer.
Oh, my
And I feel like
God.
she could do it.
You're a genius, Alex.
Thank you, Jane.
Okay.
What about me?
Who do you think Possum is?
Just
say a name.
Anything.
Is it?
Just say a lady name.
didn't,
Any lady name.
didn't she get? Was it who?
No, she didn't get revealed.
Oh, I think it's probably Lily.
Okay.
Oh. Did do Rock Out. The possum did do Rock Out a lot, which I believe is a Lily staple. Or maybe she does a shaka.
She did have quite Lily moves. I was looking for that.
And for a lot of the time, you're just looking at the bod, right, and just going, what sort of plausible?
I don't look at the bods. I think it's
No, me either. But
okay. Medusa next sang Valerie. I've completely ditched my Tammy Nielsen theory, which I was so convinced about last week. We had clues like being on edge, which is like worked at the edge. Mm-hmm. And then Sharon was like, have I worked with you? Are you JJ Feeney? I don't think it's JJ. Old mate lady really dug into backup singers.
I love this so much.
Running.
It's my favourite subplot of the year on reality TV is just how much Lady is writing for the backup singers from LAB.
Do you think that they're in another costume? Is this buying into that theory? Valerie Adams was another guest. The true false clues were I found fame on the field. In my youth, I worked at a music store and I moved to New Zealand in the 1990s. Now, Jo Cotton was... she was born in Canada. She did move to New Zealand, but it wasn't in the 1990s. But she did work at a music store in her youth.
She worked at Sounds. It's in the first episode of Pop
It also
Stars.
sounds like Jo Cotton. She's quite tall. She mentioned something about the stars. And I like the way my dress feels. You brought this up last week. Cotton.
And this week was I'm a Real Material Girl. Cotton again.
Right.
I think that's it.
And something about having an affinity with mythical creatures. And I think she sings for that band Mermaids
She
as
does.
well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, case closed.
case closed.
Except that, I hate to be like all foldy on it, but like I can't imagine while Pop Stars is on the other network in the same slot that you would have like they're just so
They don't
intense.
own them anymore, though.
I know they don't own them, but like they just would be annoyed. And with like why they keep guessing Hillary Barry, like
It's
she's
crazy.
just definitely not going to be on the old network.
I think they're throwing us because I think Mike McRoberts is.
Mike McRoberts, of course it's Mike McRoberts.
Okay. They're not Medusa, by the way. Medusa is Jo Cotton, without a doubt.
Yeah, I take
Should we
back
do
my guess.
like a lot? What do they call it? Like a lock? What show's that from?
Like we lock
Locking
it
it
in.
in.
Lock it in,
Yeah.
Eddie. Lock
Yeah,
it
then
in.
you go and get to the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing with these true false clues as well is that sometimes the false clues are just true in reverse,
Yeah.
which we'll get to. Alien did whip it. Something about having a bit of a laugh, something about being in a new city. Guesses were Clark Gayford, Tom Sainsbury. The true false clues were something about growing up on a farm and something else, can't really remember. But it was Tom Sainsbury. That was my guess.
Amazing.
This week.
Was your guess before Roque?
No, when Roque said it, I was like, well, he'd
Same.
know. He'd know.
He'd know.
But also
He'd
like
know
it's
straight
scanned,
away.
It's scanned.
Everything scanned. And he was announced as Snapchat political impersonator Tom Sainsbury. Why not comedian? It's very specific. Snapchat. I mean, is anyone
He
even
is
using
like the
Snapchat anymore?
Snapchat guy on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
They really need to spell it out for
Really need
people
to
at
spell it.
home.
Okay, Monday night. Sheep. I got this. I've got sheep.
You've got
believe-
sheep?
I've got
I
sheep.
think
I
I've
am
got sheep.
stumped
I've
on
totally-
sheep.
Can
I also
this is the
love
only one that I've
sheep.
got to guess on.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't. Okay, no, you do
Okay,
it.
no, it's fine. You
Well,
can
should we say it at the same time?
Okay. Troy
Matthew
Kingy.
Walters.
Matthew Walters was my guess as well.
Definitely not Troy Kingy.
It's Troy Kingy.
No.
I can tell you this.
He wouldn't do that show.
Okay, I'm telling you now, okay? What are the clues? The true, false clues. I hate seafood. I'm an award winner and I've never starred in a movie. So this is the classic where the two false ones are actually positives in reverse. Troy Kingy loves seafood. Can't shut up about it. He's, of course, an award winner, so that's the truth. Never starred in a movie? Not true. Starred in movies.
Yeah, but Matthew
Also-
Walters famously just starred in a movie. I think I was second billed in that, but you know, like, what are the other ones?
Seafood award winner.
How do you explain?
He says, "How do you explain my name is stuff of legend?"
Walters
Troy.
Prize.
Troy.
Troy.
Troy's quite
God.
legendary. Also, how do you explain the batch? The batch, my uncle's batch. I can be found at my uncle's batch. I can explain it. Troy Kingy has got a debut double album called Guitar Party at Uncle's Batch.
Ooh.
Still no.
I'm locking it.
Ooh, I'm coming round to Jane's side
I'm
now.
locking it. Plus, I listened to
Tina,
some
can you
of...
cut all that out.
No,
and just
that
have
is-
me just agreeing. Just cut some random
Do not
bits
cut that out.
and just me agreeing with Jane.
Do not cut that
In fact,
out.
You can just maybe I'll say Troy. I think it's Troy Kingy.
No.
And then put that in.
No,
And so
no, can't put in. Talking over the top.
All right.
Okay, Monster sang Faith. Something about rap, something about a new chapter. Guesses were Kings, the guy who plays Ali from Shortland Street, the How to Dad guy, and Jaden Daniels. The true, false clues were something about an instrument at the age of 10, something about Dunedin, and something about breaking Lord's record.
So I was adamant last week that Monster was William Wairoa. Again, it's like you build your own reality. If it was William Wairoa, there's a lot of clues that fit that. When he's like, each new success is a breath of fresh air. You know how William Wairoa famously does that, like, big sniff. I can't do it. I'm not having very strong nose. But he does that big sniff. It's like his
William
famous-
Wairoa, is that you?
But I think it's Kings.
It's Kings.
It's Kings.
It's King.
Yeah, okay. Kings has broken Lord's record, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So, case closed?
Case,
Lock it in?
Lock it in.
Okay, here we
Great to
go.
have Kings and Troy Kingy on the show.
It's quite confusing
just-
with all the Kings. Okay, Orange Ruffy sang Shotgun.
Rafi. Love that new bit.
Yeah, there's a 6 p.m. Sorry, 6 o'clock on the clock. Something about the schedule. We know that this person likes to swim or likes to be in the water. Guesses were Mike McRoberts, Peter Burling, Don Bowden, and Rog from The Rock. True, false. Okay, so think about this in relation to Mike McRoberts. This is my first reality TV show. False. I'm a published author. True. I owe my career to cooking. False. So it all works. It all works.
Yeah.
That's Mike.
It's Mike McRoberts.
And so what about David Seymour? Can we do the experiment with David Seymour? Because, and I only say this because he tweeted last week in response to Nobody, seemingly unprovoked, thanks. It's a bit easier than dancing. Oh, no, it's a bit harder than dancing, but the auto-tune helps. Ha, winky, smiley face. And he tweeted that out to Nobody and then deleted it after a few seconds.
The only thing is, like, Acts press releases have amazing subject lines every time. Like, really good. We'll Copyright the Spin-Off can do a story on them. They seem to have really good social media, and if I was just wanting to like get some free publicity, I would
like we've just given him.
do
Like we've
tweets
just
on Winston
given him.
Peters, politician, you know?
It's a rip, but he deleted it very quickly.
Yeah, but
I mean, it was
that's
enough for
smart.
someone to see.
Yeah.
I also think, because I was like, think Seymour. But the way the vowels are very round, it sounds like someone who talks well, not like
sounds
me.
like the face of the 6 o'clock news.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like a broadcaster.
Yeah.
But I do. Then I was like, would Mike McRoberts demean himself like this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Would he?
Yes.
Anything
I think
for
he'd
the
be
network.
contractually obliged
It's a very
to demean
funny
himself
costume.
like this.
It's the funniest costume.
Rafi.
Okay. Pavlova did I'm Still Standing. The The guesses from the panel were Irene Van Dyke, Hilary Barry, Pippa Wetzel, random, Holly Smith.
That's the lady is also going to town on guessing Pippa Wetzel like a lot.
Yeah.
So LAB backup dancer Pippa Wetzel. Like her galaxy of stars is real arbitrary. I love it too.
Pavlova is not a great singer.
Yeah, I thought Pavlova was going home.
But Holly Smith as a guest, that's very insulting to
Real
Holly
shady,
Smith.
yeah.
So sad.
I'm sticking with Esther. The clues, by the way, the true, false clues were I'm a triple threat talent, found fame on the field, and I've got 2 children. I think that scans for Esther because I think she's a triple threat talent, singing, dancing,
Making
craft.
Making things.
Making flowers.
I would love it if it was Esther.
I really
There
want
was
it
an
to be
interesting
Esther.
thing about my heart is across the ocean or something, which made me think JJ Feeney and Manu.
Oh my God.
My heart's across the ocean.
Yes.
But,
Is she a triple threat?
Nothing else scans. But imagine if it was.
Always thinking about Manu.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it was actually Manu, though?
Wow.
Yeah.
How would he get in?
Anything, Duncan? Do you have anything to offer here? Pavlova yum dessert?
Yeah, delicious, underrated.
The hands, Pavlova's hands, holding the microphone down there and just being in hell.
Half of them have just given up the microphone altogether.
I know.
Just not even bothering with the charade.
There was also a crown at some
Right.
point and mention of sort of statues and things like that. And I did see, I think this might have been Mike Puru's guess, Lorraine Downs
Oh.
is like kind of a left field.
Not,
she
not found
singer.
fame on the field with her husband.
Scott Styrus.
No, the previous one. Wasn't she married to Meekstead?
Is she not
Am I
married
right?
to Scott Styrus? Did I make
Well,
that
previously married to Meekstead then. I don't know. Is that not? I don't know about rugby.
Cut it out.
Finally, we finish with Monarch, who sang Breakaway. Great song, just by the way. And as they worked through the clues and the judges panel, with the guessing panel working this out, I was firmly with them when they guessed Madeline Sami because it all stacked up. I had thought Lady Hawk, but of course it was Lady Hawk's wife, Madeline Sami. Anything to add?
Fantastic.
Great. Do you think these people sometimes have just other commitments and so the reason they're voted off is nothing to do with the fact that they're not as good a singer or performer as the others, but because they've got to be somewhere?
Negotiate for,
I totally buy that.
In which case, would the sheep be Matthew Walters with his schedule? You know, would he have the time?
Fuzzy boy.
Because they're keeping the sheep around.
But, I mean, what's he up to? He just plays like Eden Park once a year.
The sheep is Troy Kingy.
But he's recording an album every year for 10 years.
The sheep is Troy Kingy.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. It's what Troy Kingy's
Is this
doing.
his next genre? You know?
What, masked singer
Mask
core.
stuff.
Hey, there's
Amazing.
a great little bite-sized podcast called First, which you'll find on the Spin-Off Podcast Network. Troy Kingy's featuring on that, so you might find out some more information.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he confess?
No, not about. I mean, talk about albums and things. Of course, he's not going to confess. No one reveals who they are when they're on The Masked Singer, except for one of them who did.
Which
It's not Troy Kingy.
Which one was it?
It's one who's already been revealed, and I'll say no more. I'll say no more.
Seems like you'll say more.
That is the end of our lovely podcast. Thank you for listening. Sorry about it, just in general.
Is it time to do next week's podcast?
It really is.
Has it been an hour and a half?
It's too long.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Apologies.
Sorry, Tina.
It's old style real pod. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, rate and review. Listen to all the other podcasts, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Talofa lover, I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-Off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-Off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.